What's up, everybody? We are enjoying the summer heat, summer season over here. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I want to share a quick little story today with what happened in one of my accounts. And I honestly just am kind of really surprised, and kind of depending on wherever you're at in sales, whether you're still getting started, whether you've been doing it for some time. I think sales is one of those professions that you will constantly always have lessons to learn from. You'll always realize your potential or not realize your potential depending on how willing you are and how far you want to go with it. One of the accounts that I had, I wasn't able to get into, or at least I thought I wasn't able to get myself in there. And I was looking in my CRM, and when I saw that no one's actually done business with them, I was like, how could I be the first, and that was really just a belief, until I realized, just with a little bit of encouragement from some of the people in my life, they said, you know what, you got to get in there, you got to stop being comfortable. And all and behold, I ended up, just kind of mustering up the courage, you could say, to get in there and just kind of see, what angles I could take to get in there. And this is a big account. This isn't just one of those little small peanut accounts. I realize, at least the company that I'm working for has a lot behind of it. It's a pretty big global company. And I did some cold calling yesterday with one of our distributors, and I learned a whole bunch about cold calling, kind of like the approach of how to hold your value and how to kind of just maintain a stream of consciousness. And that's kind of all it really is, right? You just don't want to get kind of tongue-tied or kind of just word vomit all over the place, when I know myself included has done that so many times. But today was a little different, right? Because when you kind of have an idea about who you are, what you do, why you're there, and kind of just plugging in the variables, I really feel like sales is kind of easy. It's kind of hard to mess up, as long as you're not wasting people's time, you're not selling something bad. That's where I found myself today, was trying to go to an account I haven't been in with a whole new belief set. I talk about beliefs a lot, identity, and just kind of how you see yourself. And today was different because I got in there, and this account was pretty high security. There was a lot of gatekeepers, security guards, and you needed a badge to get in, and all this stuff. And I ended up having to talk to about 8 different people just to get to the person that I needed to get, which I successfully was able to do with the cold calling ability that I was able to learn yesterday, which was pretty great. So long story short, I was able to get on the account. A couple days ago, I had not really done much cold calling. I did cold calling, I got some experience, I learned a little bit kind of what to say, and then I was able to get on the account and set up the next steps and kind of just really be able to introduce myself. So kind of a little win, just kind of want to share with you guys. I felt pretty proud, pretty good about that one, because before I was kind of, just living in a bubble of comfort, and I'm like, I don't want to go out there, I'd rather do something else. The whole pain and pleasure linkage conversations we've been having, if you've been following along, it was another one of those things where I was linking more pain to going out there because I didn't believe in my abilities or, what I would say. But I actually just, pulled something together and just kind of, trusted in myself, battle tested it, and kind of saw what came from it. And I'm quite happy I did it. And, when you do stuff like that, you get the winner effect, right? Winner effect is a whole concept in of itself. It's a great book if you haven't read it. Definitely highly recommend it. But when you do something and you get that facelift and you get that, identity shift almost in a way, you have to just keep feeding it, right? So I set a standard for myself to do more in-person cold calls. I kind of have a little bit of a routine where I have a 1-page handout, my business card, and I'm able to kind of just go there with all of our products and be able to just communicate that in a way that's valuable. Say, hey, you're in our system. We see that you've done business with us before, mention any names that you might have. And then just big thing that's been working for us is out here in Austin is we haven't had many reps calling on accounts. So And just for the context, like if you guys are wondering, I sell in industrial automation. So I work at a company where not many people have been seeing these accounts. So it's kind of like free game, you know, like you just go out there and there's a lot of low hanging fruit. So it's like just infinite opportunities because people need and buy this stuff. So the only thing that was getting in the way was just myself, you know, from actually going out there and doing it. So now it's totally different because like I have somewhat of a strategy that's natural to me, and I'm able to just, you know, get the reps in now. It's kind of just like a giant experiment, giant playground, because I'm seeing how this transfers over into a personal business, a personal endeavor, doing it for, you know, different ways of business. You know, it's a skill to be able to just walk in there as yourself and be able to just talk to somebody and, you know, have the value that's actually going to help the people that you're walking into. So that's pretty much it that I kind of wanted to talk about today. There's so many things about sales too that I have to learn. You know, I realize that I'm not coming from the place of like, oh, you know, I got it all in the bag, and that's okay. You know, I mean, I think everybody's always learning when it comes to sales. There's always something to pick up. There's always a different angle. There's always different things, and there's still times where I'm overthinking things, and I'm sure you do too. Except at the end of the day, I always say this, it's a great saying, done is better than none, 1 is better than 0. So just go out there and do it, get it done. If you guys like this video and you want to hear more about kind of what the day job looks like and industrial automation and all that stuff, definitely let me know. I'm trying to tie in a little bit of everything with this channel nowadays because I'm still trying to do it. Things are just kind of picking up here in the summer season with Sam and the business, and she's going back to school next week. Well, as an SLP, she's going back to school to teach kids with disabilities as a speech language pathologist. So a lot of moving pieces right now. It's been kind of hard to make really fun, cool, engaging videos. I feel like lately it's just kind of been my stream of consciousness and just kind of documenting what's going on, which is cool. You know, I mean, for the people that want to see it, I'm putting it out there, and just, you know, I look at it like, you know, I would regret not doing it. You know, I mean, depending on if you're posting, if you're not posting, if you care to post, if you don't care to post. I just care to post, you know, like that's my whole thing, is I want to just post videos, even if they're good. I mean, even if they're bad, if they're good, you know, I'll get better at it over time. Just right now, these are the small mini snippet moments of life that throughout time and throughout the context of my life, these chapters will, you know, I'd rather them be out there than not. You know, I did something like this a year or two ago where I posted 90 or 80 or like it was like 100 something days straight. They're all private, you know, and there's just something about it. I just don't care anymore. You know, if people are gonna watch it, they'll watch it. That's cool. I'll get the feedback and I'll make it better. But if not, then, you know, it's all good. You know, we'll just find a way until something clicks, and we'll just kind of keep leveling up like that. So yeah, we're doing good. Things are moving. Things are happening. We're growing, which I love. You know, it's definitely a big part of it. All right, guys, I will let you guys go. Let me know what stood out today, and if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you more than you know. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, let's do it. We're still here.